Hey guys, welcome back to Likewise Pod. I'm Issa.
And I'm Sam, and we're so excited to be back for another episode this week.
Woohoo! And this week
We
we
are
have
virtual.
we're doing FaceTime recording again. We actually weren't supposed to FaceTime. Well, actually, okay. Here's the story. I started moving out of my apartment right after finals, sometime last week, and then my mom, sister, and I drove first big load of stuff home on Saturday. And so I was home, and Sam's like, okay, we'll FaceTime record this week if you're available, blah 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 blah. I was like, actually, I'll be in Pullman on Tuesday night, so we can record in person then. And then yesterday we got to Pullman, my mom and I got to Pullman, and we started packing all my things up and loading the car, and I'm like, actually, Sam, we're just gonna drive back home right now. So that is my fault, my bad. Yep.
Honestly, we're just getting rolling with the with the FaceTime recording now. I guess we're just gonna adjust to it a little bit. Um, because it's what we're gonna be doing a lot this next year,
Yeah.
sadly. Except maybe not too soon already because over the summer I'll be home and so we can meet up and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out over the summer. It'll be great. It'll be fun. All right, Sam, do you want to get us started with your roses and thorns for the week?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my thorns. First thing in my thorns, I'm in a big fat reading slump and I'm really angry about it. I've done everything I can to get out of it. I bought books. I bought new books. I have the book that Issa and I are supposed to be reading. I have not started. So I just I am in such a reading slump. I started reading a short story on my Kindle a while ago, and then I told myself I couldn't finish it um, on the day I wanted to finish it, which was Mother's Day, because it's called My Evil Mother or something. I just felt like it was not good to finish that story on Mother's Day. I don't know. Um, and then I bought new books. I bought Book of Night. That's one of my roses. Um, and I think I'm just holding back from reading because I'm scared to be disappointed or whatever. I don't know. That's a weird reason to not read. But yeah, I'm just in a big reading slump. And then I'm also just feeling like it's a weird time period not having school and just trying to adjust to that. And I feel like I can't adjust because I'm about to leave soon. So do I want to make a whole new routine or just take each day by day? I don't know. I've just been kind of bored and tired. And I also tried to film a YouTube video the other night to make a comeback, and I hated most of it. So I'm scrapping that. Um, but for the rest of my roses, like I said, I bought Book of Night, the new release from Holly Black, and I just finished her series, Folk of the Air series. So I'm really excited to read Book of Night. Um, even though I've seen some mixed reviews about it. And then I also won second place in this national competition for apparel merchandising that I did as an independent study. And the award money for second place was originally only $750. And when they sent me that I won, they said I get 950.
Oh
And
my
so, yeah,
gosh.
there was more award money than they originally posted. So that's exciting. And I'm just excited that I won because let me tell you, I almost dropped doing this independent study because I didn't think I had time to finish with all my other projects. I was like, I'm gonna drop it. I don't need it. I don't need the credits, whatever. And then I did it, and then I won, and now I'm getting the money. So I think that's fun. Oh, I also bought concert tickets for the end of the month when my boyfriend's here. So that's exciting. Yeah, more concert talk to come at the end of this month.
Oh,
That'll
love.
definitely be a rose later.
Amazing. Yeah, my are not as exciting, but that's fine. My thorn is that my summer classes started. Boo. But also I'm finishing my degree, so I guess it's okay, but still not my favorite thing in the world. And similar to Sam, I just haven't read in a while. Um yeah, big reading slump right now, and I'm only like 2 chapters into our book that we want to read, and literally last week we're like, yeah, we'll probably have it done by next week. LOL, big fat lie. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to have like more time to be able to read and to get back into reading and back on my reading goal thing. But yeah, and then my rose is that I'm officially moved out of Pullman. Woohoo! Like never have to go back there again. LOL. But I actually am kind of planning on. Well, I'm thinking about going back for bid day because it's such a cute theme, and I think it'd be so fun. And then I'm also rearranging my room right now. So live, laugh, love. Yeah. Oh, also another thorn yesterday. Okay, so 2 days ago. Wait, 3 days ago, I ordered some teriyaki Jack Link beef sticks because I love them. And if you know from many episodes ago, my mom figured out when I was like a child that whenever I'm moody to just give me protein and I'll like be in a happier mood. And so I love beef sticks. And so I ordered some and I was like, I'll have them for the drive. Like they'll come tomorrow. And they, in fact, did not come tomorrow, which was 2 days ago. They came yesterday when my mom and I were already on our way to Pullman. They were delivered at 10:46 in the a.m. But now they're just not here. Someone stole my beef sticks, and I'm so sad. So that's a big thorn for me. I spent $22.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like
I'm hurt.
I'm
whole offended.
Thing of beef sticks.
Yeah, like 20 of them.
And like wait to your house, like where you are right now.
Yeah.
And like you had left. Oh my gosh! So like your neighbor probably has your beef sticks.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I was talking to my mom about it. I was like, you probably took them, but it's fine. I mean, it's not really like fine, but this is like the first time I think that any of our Amazon packages have ever been stolen, and so like upset that it's my beef sticks and that it's like my package, but also glad that it's only beef sticks and not like
right
one of our bigger purchases we've made. But yeah, so that was very upsetting. It still is upsetting. I'm like kind of traumatized, but whatever. I'll never get that $22 back again. So thank you, Amazon. And like they showed they took the picture of it leaning up against the door, so I know it was delivered for sure, but whatever.
What if the delivery man took the picture and then took them back because he wanted beef sticks?
Sam, I'm gonna cry. I literally want them so bad.
That reminds me of my $20 that I'm not going to get back from my own mistakes this weekend. It was not anything getting stolen. I just was stupid. So I finally designed grad announcements and they were really cute and I was going to order them straight off of Canva and then it was just like messing up. It was like shifting things. It just like was not saving it right. I was like, this is not going to work. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to download these photos and like upload them and order them from something else. And then I'm trying these other things and I'm like, I kind of want them like right now. So I'm like, I kind of want to try and get them from Walmart. And so I keep doing these things and luckily like their system was pretty good. Like it was telling me like when the image quality was like too low quality. So I went back and kept saving them with like higher resolution and whatnot, like the highest possible quality I could. And I upload it and then I realized that the thing I was using couldn't do double-sided. So I had to like go switch it to a different type of order on Walmart. So then I switched it to this other order, the kind that can be double-sided on like the other type of paper, not realizing that the kind of paper is an ugly like textured paper, like it's like the linen paper, the stationary linen paper. My brain didn't process that like stationary linen paper meant it was going to be like that. So when it printed, it made it's like there I put some of the group photos on it. It made us look terrifying and it made me look scary and it made it so that you couldn't read any of the text I put on it because like the paper was like uneven, like textured, you know? And I used white font as well. So yeah, they are so ugly. It was $20 and I will not use any of them. And now I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm very like put off from like trying to do my announcements now since I already just wasted $20
and they took like a week and a half or something, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay, I might try and like do that. Yeah, I just like really wanted them right then in that moment because I was like, if I just get them right now, like I could like address them and send them out, and then that was a flop and it's my fault. But And it's funny because I think I technically can return them, but I really don't want to like go to the customer service
That's
in the
so
Pullman
awkward.
Walmart and be like, I just don't like my prints. I don't know. I feel like it's
Yeah.
still just like a waste. So I need to just accept my flop and move on.
Oh, that's so rough. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I totally forgot that happened. Big thorn of my week.
Have some protein. Maybe you'll be happier.
I actually like genuinely I'm so hungry right now. And I like you said beef sticks and I'm like, man, like that would be so good right now. So
Yeah, it would
maybe
be.
I need
It
some
would be.
protein after this. Maybe I need to go get a beef stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could.
Well,
Oh, wow. Actually, kind of on that topic. That's so funny. I didn't even mean for that to like happen. But this week Sam's like, "How about we talk about self-care?" I was like, "That's a really good idea because we just finished finals. Sam's now done with school. I'm almost done with school. I feel like a fraud, like having sent out like grad announcements and like all these things, and like so that's why I didn't put a date. I just put 2022 because like technically that's right, but I feel like a fraud. I'm like, I'm not actually graduating. I didn't actually graduate yet. But anyways, that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, beef sticks, self care. I should have put that down as one of my self care things. But
oh,
yeah, we're gonna be talking
totally.
about self care today.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I just like it was so quick. Remember a couple episodes we were telling you guys we like to look for inspo on Pinterest sometimes, and we scroll and scroll and scroll. I went on Pinterest instantly, boom, graphic, self-care, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of fun because I feel like for me, like I don't know, I feel like I watch a lot of like YouTube videos where people are like, this is my self-care morning routine, my self-care night routine, or like self-care routine period and I just think like a lot of things other people do are just like very unrealistic and things that I have not adopted into an actual routine, and I feel like I don't know, self-care is different from where our brains go when we first think of it. Like I don't know, whenever I hear self-care I instantly think of face masks, like that's the only thing I can think of.
Mhm.
And like I don't know, it's just funny, like I love a good face mask, but I feel like there's just like I don't know, so many other things and like small little things that you can do. And like, it's probably stuff you already do and you just don't realize that like it's self care.
Yeah, like looking through, because I was like, I don't, because, okay, so what Sam did is she put like on the doc, like mind, body, soul, like mental, physical, emotional self care things. And I was like, what the frick? I don't know what any of that means. I was like, I just thought self care was self care. Like, I mean, of course, um, like a shower, that's physical, or like reading or listening to music could be like mental. But I was like, soul, what the heck? But I was just like, I thought self care was self care. I didn't realize that it was all these things. And she'd already prepared me. She's like, yeah, we could talk about like mind, body, and soul, and or mental, physical, emotional. I was like, yeah, okay. Still like not even thinking about it, but like seeing some of like the graphics and like the different self-care things. I'm like, oh wait, like I love doing this, or like I love doing that, or and it's like, oh, I didn't realize that. Well, yeah, it feels like self-care and whatever it is, it's different kinds, and it like helps me feel good in different areas. And I was like, oh, nice. And like some of these things are so simple. I'm like, oh wait, I already do that, and like I love doing it because I love doing it.
And I feel like it's just kind of the whole idea of like intentionally doing these things because I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of it it's like, oh, I do this so often, but it's like when am I ever intentionally like setting out like a space of time where I'm gonna do this thing as a form of self-care, or like like the self-care mindset, I guess,
Yes.
which is something I want to work on. Like I definitely think it's easier to do now that like the official like semester is over, and like we can kind of like you can make routines. You can decide that like one of your self-care activities is going to be something you always do every morning or at
Mhm.
night or whatnot. But I mean, I know I'm not there yet, and I'm trying to get motivated to get there. But I think it's important to like talk about it, to like set goals, to know it's something you want to do. So, Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the point you made about it being like intentional things, because like a lot of these things I'm like, oh yeah, I already do that, but it's not like intentional. I mean, like it is intentional in terms of like, oh, I like doing this, I'm going to do it, but it's not intentional in terms of I'm feeling stressed or I'm tired of this or I'm annoyed at that. And so I'm going to do something that is going to make me feel good because I need to feel like relief or I need to care for myself. It's just, I'm going to do it because I want to, or I'm going to do it because I like to do it, which is fine. But I also really do like just, I don't know, like the mindset of being intentional and being like, okay, I'm going to be proactive about this and like self care for myself before I like am desperate and like need some sort of self care, but then I'm stressed out because I need a self care and I don't know what to do, and I also have all these other things too. Blah 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 blah. If that made any sense.
No, that totally made sense because I was gonna say I feel like I use a lot of my self-care things as a form of like when I procrastinate.
Mm.
Like this end of the semester I was doing a lot of like I would be reading like a book, like staying up super late reading a book because I was just so into it, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's this is such a good thing for my brain. Like it's self-care. Like I like
Mhm.
my brain really wanted to read and I'm like letting myself read." And but in reality, I was like, ooh, I want to read, and so I'm going to read because that's productive. And like, even though I'm not doing this super important thing that I need to do, I'm still doing something like that's good for my brain. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but then in turn, like, I just got more stressed. It really wasn't self care, it was self destructive. So,
That's good. Wasn't self care, it was self destructive. Opposite.
yeah.
I think it's really interesting how like some things like that, like for example, um shoot, I don't even remember what I said. Oh, like a shower. Like, and like you were saying, like when you were procrastinating, you're like, oh, I'm gonna read a book because you know I'm being productive, even though it's not exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But blah blah blah. It's like, oh yeah, I need a shower. I feel all greasy and gross, and like I'll be able to focus better when I'm all showered and clean. And well, yeah, that's true. But it's also like now I'm putting stress on myself to like take a shower and actually like, get clean and like feel good. And then on top of that, I have to like finish my paper or finish this project or finish this assignment or whatever. And it's like at that point, is it self care or is it self destructive?
Right. And it's also the thing of like, oh my gosh, with showers, I totally feel like um when because I feel the same way like when I'm working on something, like if I have a paper and I feel gross and I'm like, oh, like I just really want to shower, and because I want to shower before, like I don't want to shower in the morning, I want to shower tonight, but I really need to finish this paper, like kind of exactly the same situation you were describing. I relate to that a lot. And what's funny is sometimes like I will go and shower, and then after I shower, like I'm so much less motivated because all I want to do is like get cozy or like do more like physical like things of like then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I'm going to like do a face mask now, and I'm going to um like paint my nails. Like I don't know, like my brain instantly is like, ooh, you should do all these other fun things that are like
Mm-hmm.
physical self-care things and like make yourself feel good. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to finish this, and then I just get really relaxed and I just want to go to bed. So I don't know, there's it's hard to have a balance between like listening to your body and doing what you need and also finishing your responsibilities. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, everything. Oh my gosh. I feel like I was gonna say something, but then I forgot.
I feel like it's so much easier on FaceTime recording to just like lose our trains of thought because we're not just like sitting in the same room like having a conversation. It's so much
Mm-hmm.
harder to like actively continue a conversation. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, cause I like, cause it's. I mean, for me, I always try to active listen, but then on FaceTime, I feel like it's so much easier to be like, oh, I have a thought and I need to make sure to say it. But then if the moment passes and then the thought isn't like relevant anymore, then it's like, oh shoot, I need to be listening better so now I can have something good to say that's related, but also not like something new. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to doing FaceTime, but Also, this is a form of self-care for me. I feel like this is the mind mental one, the pod, because like it's just um hour 2 hours out of my week, where I get to like sit down, talk with you about whatever we want. And yeah, it's just fun, it's good, and I like that we still do it. Well, I like that we're doing it again.
Yeah, no, me too. I relate to that because I feel like a big thing for me that I do is listen to podcasts, but I feel like more so than just listening to podcasts is, yeah, like you said, like when we record ours, it's definitely self-care because I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's so easy to go through a whole week without having like an actual meaningful conversation with a friend, and that sounds so weird and like it kind of sounds bad, but like it's so true. Like especially when you're in college, it's like you're so focused on school and just like your own life, like going to work, doing all these other things, that like sometimes you forget to like stop and have like a real meaningful conversation with your friends and like I don't know, the things that make you friends for a reason. I don't know. And so just getting to sit down for like an hour, 2 hours and just talk and be creative, it like takes your mind off of like life. It's like a little escapism almost, but
Mhm.
like not because it is still very much centered on our real lives. But yeah, and it's also like just mentally like stimulating and like thought provoking to like record a podcast. And so I feel like it's just like it's really good for your brain activity in general.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on like, yeah, it sounds so bad, but I feel like the days and the weeks and the months just kind of go by, and it's like, wait, when was the last time I had like a real, like meaningful and like intentional, purposeful, like all those kinds of words? Like, when was the last time I had like a real and good conversation with someone I love, Or it doesn't even have to be with someone I love. Just like, when was the last time I had like a meaningful conversation? And so that's what I really appreciate about the pod, and like the fact that we control like our own narrative on here, and that we like are able to just choose what we can talk about and things. And I know that it's like a goal of ours. Well, maybe not like a goal, but all of our favorite episodes of our own are like always like the deeper ones, and like the ones where there's like more thought and where it's more intentional. And so I'm like, okay, that's what I really appreciate. And just that like we are very similar in that, but we also both have very, very different ideas about things and bring so many different things to the table. And we're able to like learn from one another and then bring that into our own lives as well.
Mm, yeah. I was also just thinking about how recording it can be kind of like all or not all, mainly just like mind and soul both. Which I mean, I feel like the mind and soul category is very similar anyways, but going from like, oh, like mind, yeah, like we're having a conversation and being creative and whatnot. And then like soul, like one of the examples on one of the graphics that was from Pinterest, we just said like laugh and have fun, and I was like, oh, that's kind of what we do. Like one of us will say something like really funny and random, and then we just like laugh about it, and it's like you never see it coming because like it's just whatever thoughts we have as we're like already having our conversation. So I think that's really fun too. Is that like it gives us that like emotional like uplifting of like
Mm-hmm.
being entertained and laughing and just feeling good.
I mean, I know I was never there for it, but kind of reminds me of when you'd be sitting in the park listening to our own episodes and
Oh my god.
laughing.
No, it really is. Like I do it at work too, like when I listen to my favorite podcasts, um cuz like yesterday I was like, "Ooh, it's this day. There should be a new episode of this podcast." And I like turn it on, I'm sitting at work and I'm like just deep in an Excel sheet. Like, guys, I'm on row like 1700 of this Excel sheet, like searching stuff up. Anyways, I'm like really deep in it. The font is tiny, and I'm just like doing my little mundane work, and then someone will say something really funny, and I like actually will laugh out loud, and then I look around and hope that nobody was like walking through my office that I'm in. Um, because I'm usually pretty alone. But I don't know, it's just so funny that yeah, like podcasts, like I don't know, they just do so much for me. I feel like it's very stimulating for my brain. I learn a lot from other podcasts. I learn a lot from our own conversations, and I have a good chuckle sometimes.
I love that. Yeah. I don't really listen to podcasts that much. I mean, okay, I listen to my podcasts, but I don't like listen to them just kind of like in everyday life that much anymore. I typically kind of just listen to them, on the drive to and from Pullman. But now that I'm not doing that anymore, I've got to figure it out. But when I'm rearranging my room, I'll probably start listening to them again, and then I'll probably be laughing, and then other people will be like, "Well, what the heck?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But I really do appreciate like other pods and our pods and just in general, because I don't know. I mean, not that it takes like a lot of talent or skill to do one. But like it's just, I don't know, it's fun and not everyone does it. And I don't know, I recommend doing it.
I also think another thing is like having different like I listen to like a lot of different podcasts and like I feel like they're all kind of different and sometimes like obviously when I like really really want some like self-care vibes, I'll listen to like podcasts that are a lot more focused on like positive like
Mm.
self-image things or like I don't know, like I'll make sure to listen to like episodes from ones I like that are more more centered on that kind of stuff or like maybe like more like mental health related but when I really just want to be like living life and be entertained and laugh and whatnot, like I feel like there's other podcasts I listen to that can like provide me that kind of entertainment. Um, and so it's nice to like find that balance of like what is like gonna be one that you actually like what are you actively listening to and like maybe one that you'll take notes to or like things that you're actually gonna like
Mm.
think about for days versus like this podcast is just purely going to be entertainment for me. Like I just started listening to um oh my gosh, what's her name? Wow. Totally drawing a blank. But I just started listening to this podcast with Drew. Drew, that girl on TikTok who like stitches all the videos of like guys being stupid and like saying horrible things about women and then like makes fun of them. Anyways, she has a podcast and it's really funny. And I just started listening to it.
Sam, we are not on the same sides of TikTok. I've never seen that.
No, and the best thing is that like her laugh is just so good. The second you hear it, joy, pure joy, makes my day. And so like I was just driving around in my car and like I left work. So I was listening to it at work and then I left and I just kept letting it play in my car, which is kind of a chaotic experience. Sometimes I feel like driving and listening to podcasts, like I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like exciting like when you can. And I think it's good for like long drives, but like short drives when you're just going from like work to home or like to the store or something, it's a little chaotic.
Yeah, that's why I don't. Oh, yeah, no. Even like listening to them as fast as I do, I'm like not on a drive shorter than like 30 minutes or like 20 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I also have like in my car, this is so random, this is very off topic, but in my car, if I'm listening to a podcast, anytime I turn my volume up or down, like a notch, it pauses the episode. And so like if I get in and it's too quiet and I like try to like I think it only does it on like my steering wheel one because it thinks I'm like trying to pause it. And and this doesn't happen with music. It's just podcasts. And so I'll like hit it a bunch of times because I have to like basically hit it twice each time I want to turn it up like one thing if
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
in the middle of driving, not drawing. um because yeah, it'll just pause it. And so that's what makes my driving and podcasting very chaotic. But anyways,
Sam, what are some of your other self-care things,
oh yes. Okay.
habits?
So I guess I feel like I haven't talked about a lot of like body or physical things yet. So I'm gonna jump into talk about one of those just to spice it up a little bit.
Oh, I like it.
Um so the first one I have down is a classic as of recent for a lot of people, I think, which is a good old HGW hot girl walk.
I
Um,
was wondering. I was like, I don't know what this means. I'm sure. I hope she'll explain. If she
yes,
doesn't, that's rough.
yes, a good old hot girl walk. Now that it's like not freezing outside, I'm like every day I'm like when am I gonna take a walk? Which is very exciting. Like I walked to work yesterday and home from work yesterday, which was a pretty big journey, but it was a great
Oh.
walk, great weather, nice and sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, so that's really nice. And I also like, you can listen to whatever you want at the time. I kind of don't remember what I listened to. I think I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to podcasts for my hot girl walks yesterday. I listened to, wow, I'm mixing my self-care together right now. I took a
Oh,
hot girl walk
fake.
and listened to Miss Congeniality podcast with Eli Rallo. Her
Mm.
most recent episode, she was talking all about like dealing with anxiety, her experiences, and whatnot. And I just love the way that she talks about things in her podcast because she talks about the fact that like she's not a professional. She talks just about like her own experiences and doesn't like generalize things for other people, but also like comes up with other scenarios when she's trying to give advice. And like it's a very inclusive dialogue that she has, and so like it was just very refreshing to listen to,
Oh,
and
nice.
also just felt like mental health positive as I'm like being physical health positive. I don't know. It was a good combination. If you don't hug or walk, I recommend it. But I also like I'm scared to hug or walk a lot of the time because I'm scared of like being abducted. So which like I don't think is gonna happen here. I just like I won't walk like too late at night or like
Mm-hmm.
lots of things.
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
don't walk with both headphones in. Uh, all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. One of the things that I didn't realize was like a self-care thing, but I saw it on the one of the graphics you put on was like put on comfy clothes. And for me, hoodies. Hoodies is my comfy. Like wearing a hoodie or like a sweatshirt is like my comfort zone. So I mean, I'm very intentional about that just because I have so many. I'm like I need to wear them all. But I'm less intentional about the fact like I'm doing this as like self-care. So I need to think about that. Think about it like that and like, okay, Issa, you're wearing a hoodie because self-care and because it's a hard week. Granted, every week is hard, but that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, and also something that I really don't do, but I need to start doing is like going to sleep early. I don't remember. Actually, no, I think one time last week I went to bed before midnight. Like I went to sleep before midnight. But other than that, I really don't remember the last time I like went to sleep, went to bed before midnight, or before honestly probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. It's really bad. But I always love going to sleep early, and then like I wake up early, and I'm like I have the whole day. Because when I go to sleep late, because Sam, what is it? It's like reverse
Reverse
bedtime
nighttime procrastination.
procrastination. Yeah, yeah. Um, or like revenge bedtime procrastination. I think I can't
Yeah.
something about it. But yeah, it's because like I wake up late, so I'm like, I need to be productive, and then I'm like super productive at night. Like one time I like deep cleaned my entire bathroom at like 3 in the morning. It was so nice, so good, and then I went to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Anyways, um, but yeah, so I do that. Whereas when in reality I should be going to bed like way earlier, and then I can get up early and have the whole day instead of going to bed late because I got up late at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And in the summer, it's even worse because I wake up early anyways because of the sun in my face. But I still go to bed super late. So I need to get better at going to sleep early because I love going to sleep early. I just love sleeping.
Mm, I I relate to that. I am also a like reverse. I think it is revenge, and I've been saying like reverse procrastination or like reverse nighttime. But I feel
It's
like
fine. It's fine. It
revenge
makes
is like
sense to me
really
either
a
way.
good word for that. Um, but yeah, no, that's so relatable. Both of those things, that and like comfy clothes. And I feel like for me, I because sometimes you'll be like in your comfy clothes and you're like, it's like this late in the day and I'm still in my comfies, I'm still in my sweats or whatever. But I feel like you just need to flip like your internal dialogue about those things and like not have any of that like negative self talk surrounding it, like not being like, oh, I'm so lazy or um I should like actually get ready and whatever, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I could like make content or do these things. Like, no, like literally, okay, I wrote down affirm feelings as one of my sole emotional things, but that goes along with physical ones a lot for me because I feel like it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm so lazy and like I'm gross, I haven't gotten ready, like I'm not being productive, whatever. Instead, being able to like lay there and be like, I am going to appreciate myself for like letting myself lay in bed all day in my comfy clothes because like that felt good and it felt like rest for me. And we need rest because we're human. Like, like instead of just being mean to yourself, just like actually like affirming those feelings and actions because like it's not unhealthy. Like you need to rest and you need to give yourself what you need and listen to your body, listen to your brain. Like what do you need to feel good at the time and just like don't feel guilty. This is feeling a lot like our burnout talk, but
Yeah.
it's so true.
I mean, but I think it's also important to like note the line between um I mean, okay, at least for me, like I feel like it's the line is very different obviously for everyone, and like the boundary is different for everyone, but like when I have like X amount of days, like 3, 4, 5 days where I'm just like laying around, I'm like, I need this to feel good. I can't do anything right now. I'm just wearing my comfy clothes. I'm just wearing my like I'm just watching my shows instead of like, doing my assignments or like doing other things. I'm like, this goes back to like self-care, self-sabotage, self-destruction, and it's like at that point after like a day, for me, for Isabella Wilder personally, like that is definitely like self-destructive behavior, self-sabotage. Like that is no longer self-care. But I think it's important that we do have those days where it's like, okay, I feel so burnt out. I feel like I'm about to be burnt out. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing right now, so I need a day of self-care. I need to do something for myself so that I don't reach that point of exhaustion, so I don't reach that point of burnout, so that I still am loving what I'm doing, and so I'm still like doing what I can to the best of my capabilities. um but I just need a day, or I need an hour, I need whatever amount, um whereas I don't know, like I don't know. I'm not one of those people who's like, I just need to do what makes me happy, because like what makes me happy isn't necessarily going to be the most beneficial for me in the long run. And I think that's really important to remind myself of, like, okay, it's going to make me happy in this moment, but how is it going to make me feel tomorrow when I have done this, like when I've done like X activity but over like Y activity, Um but I don't know, that's just something I think about a lot. I'm like, I'm so lazy, I'm so blah blah, I'm like not doing anything, I'm not being productive. But sometimes we do need those like unproductive days. We need those times where it's like, I just can't do anything right now because I know it's not going to be my best, and so I need to make myself be my best and feel my best, and so that I can do my best later on.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up because I feel like, yeah, obviously the line is different for everyone, but I feel like we're very similar in like if we give ourselves more than one day where we're fully like, you know what, I don't need to do any of these things today and I can let myself lay here and watch shows and do this and not do these other things I need to do. Like it is so easy to, keep letting yourself do that every day because like you're probably still just gonna be like, well, I don't feel like it. And like there comes a point where you have to like um kind of like flip that around and be like, okay, self-care is good and everything, but I can't use it as an excuse to not
Yeah.
do things anymore because like yeah, I definitely think that like we're not saying you shouldn't self-care for more than one day. Like we're talking a full on rest day, like whatever. And it could be more than one day. You could have two rest days, rest your whole weekend, whatever. Um, but I know like for me too, if I do like a second day, it is gonna be 10 times harder on that third day
Mm-hmm.
to turn it around and to like actually do my things. And so I'm very similar in that. So like I feel like what is healthy for me is to find ways to like implement these things into just like my daily routine and like almost like like a schedule, but like not be super like strict about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to feel like I'm like micromanaging my life to be like, I need to wake up and turn on a podcast and drink a bottle of water and like, you know, like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that to myself. Like as much as I would love to do that sometimes, no. But I feel like if maybe I come up with like these are the maybe I have like three different activities that I would say I would love to do one of these things every morning. So like maybe tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and just like try to be creative and write something, like write poems or something.
Mm.
And then I will get ready and then I will live my day, whatever. And I'll hawk or walk to work and then I'll come home and I will take a nice full shower. You
Mm.
know, like and then but like when I go to sleep at night, I put down rain sounds as another soul one. I love storm sounds, like big thunderstorm sounds when I go to bed. It's very relaxing for me.
Oh my
But
gosh, it's like
um
anxiety inducing for me.
oh, I'm sorry. It really knocks me out. Like
No, that's fair.
sometimes it really just disrupts, it just knocks the insomnia out of me. I don't know. Um but anyways, I'm really rambling, but what I'm just trying to say is maybe like just find ways to implement the little things into your daily routine so that like but also be intentional about it and like understand why you're doing it and what it's doing for you, and then maybe you'll end up with a nice balance in your life of like self-care and productivity, and then you will maybe not be like have a big build up to like a big burnout, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that big build up to a big burnout.
Like you're
Um,
slowly putting out like you are like starting a fire and putting out a fire like back and forth.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think that's so important because like the more we incorporate like intentional self-care, and it's like, okay, I'm doing these because it's going to benefit me, and not like, and not saying like don't do things because they make you happy, you know, like oh, Sam, don't drink water because it's going to make you happy, you know. It's like, no, like you drink water, please. But like it, I don't know. I feel like it's coming across like I'm saying like I'm never gonna do anything to because it makes me happy, or like solely because it makes me happy. Like no, that's not it. But I think it's like really important for me because I just get into these things. Like I just get into the cycle. Like I know myself. I know myself better than anyone else knows me, and so like I know my patterns. I know the things that are good for me. I know the things that aren't good for me, and like one of those things is just like I can't keep falling into like the patterns of like self-destructive habits, because like it's like for me it's like as soon as I start skipping class I just don't go anymore and it's really really bad. I'm like, ah, I've missed a week of class, like, and then I come back and everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, she missed a week, like did she have COVID, was she sick, or like was she just skipping, you know?
You
And it's
better
like,
not go back ever.
yeah, no, and I think about myself so much more than anyone else in any of my classes ever will. And like I it's Ugh. And so like once I start skipping class, like whether it's for like a whole week or I skip like, oh, I can skip this class one time, and then 2 weeks later it's like, oh, I can skip it again, and next week, oh, I can skip it again, and then like the week after it's like I skip both or all three classes, you know. And it's like that's the pattern that I fall into. I know myself, and so like I can't start skipping class. I need to just go, and I'm like, oh, I need a self-care day. It's like, okay, self-care day for and I skip class and allow that door to open to skip class more, or self care after I go to class, you know, or like right before or something, you know. And it's like self care in ways that are going to be beneficial to you and to your future, but also like make sure you are incorporating things that do make you happy. Like beef sticks make me happy, but I don't have them because they're stolen, but it's fine.
No, it's
But yeah, that's always been like a really hard um it's always been a really hard balance for me. Is like, okay, is it going to be make me happy? Yes. Is it going to be beneficial to me? Maybe. Is it going to be beneficial? Yes. Is it going to make me happy? Maybe. And so just like juggling that, it's like so difficult. I'm
yeah.
still finding and still trying to figure it out. But
I like that you said like could you is it like do I skip class in self-care or can I self-care after class? Like that is something that is so like I don't know, I think about that a lot. Like there's days where I'd be like skipping my class and driving and going and getting coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Call it self-care because it made me happier and I love coffee or like things like that. But I'm like, ooh, like you could have gone and sat in your class for an hour and then gotten coffee or like maybe like gotten coffee before or like these things and like you can still go to class and make that time for yourself and the things that bring you joy. And then you might feel even better about it because like you won't feel like you need to like make an excuse for like missing class, like you don't need to be like, well, I was doing something that made me happy, so it's fine. You'd be like, if you did both, then you could be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I went to class and I treated myself. Like I feel like you can make it two positive things.
Mm-hmm. And like even like sometimes even the things that make us happy aren't good for us. Like, mm, I, what's something I don't do? Molly. I don't do Molly, but let's just like, Molly, like that'll make me happy. Woohoo! Yeah, that's not good for you though. That's not actual self care, guys. Please don't do Molly. Don't do drugs. But I don't know. I think, frick, I was going somewhere with that, but then I forgot. Um, but yeah, there's just like so many things. I'm like, self care makes me happy. When in reality, I don't think it's actually self care.
I saw this TikTok today that reminded me. So something that goes along with a hot girl walk, if you want to do like an indoor at the gym hot girl walk, you might be doing 12 330 on a treadmill. I love 12 330. It's fun. It is hard. Well, I saw this girl post on TikTok. She was like, I stopped vaping and now 12 330 is easy. And I was like, oh my gosh. And all the people in the comments were like, okay, I don't vape, but it's like hard, obviously. Because like it is pretty hard at first. Like it's like kind of intense for your body. It's a great hot girl walk, but it could make it even better? Being good to your body. um Anyways, that just made me think of that. You talking about how you don't do drugs. Anyways.
Sorry, I just needed to like. I mean, that was like a really extreme example. Okay. Oh. Like eating a piece of delicious chocolate cake every single day. It's
Mm,
like, that's gonna make me real happy. But if I'm not taking care of myself, if I'm not like doing other things that are gonna be beneficial to me, that is going to be in like eating a piece of chocolate cake every single day is not going to be beneficial to me. And though it makes me happy, in the long run, it might make me unhappy because I'm like, I'm not in my best physical form. I'm not the person I was yesterday. I don't know how chocolate cake works in the body, but I feel like y'all are catching my drift. But yeah, it's just what might make you happy today isn't necessarily going to make you happy a year from now or 2 years from now or even tomorrow.
mm.
And yes, it's important to do things that make you happy, but I think it's also important to not necessarily like sacrifice your happiness, but like do things that are going to be beneficial. Do things that are going to set you up for success in the future.
Right, like you definitely like you're always gonna have your long-term goals and your short-term goals and like not to say you should like live every day with your long-term goals in mind, but like they should at least be like in the back of your mind when
Mhm.
you make decisions and do things because like if it's really important to you, you're gonna want to like if you're not doing anything for your long-term goals now, by the time you want to complete that long-term goal, it's gonna be like a crunch time, like short-term goal then. Like then why is it a long-term goal if it's just gonna be a short-term goal later? Anyways, but like that's not saying that like you should control every aspect of your life so much that like when maybe like you want to do something but you're like that's not good for my long-term goal, but like if it's just like a one-time thing like and you're just like I really want to do it, just do it, you know and then like as long as you can like make it not like a big habit or like an everyday thing that you're like doing things that are not helping you towards your long-term goals. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's kind of like weird and rambling, doesn't make sense, but that's just where my brain is at. I definitely think you just need to like find where that line is for you because also like you can't compare yourself to like your friends of like, well, she like she does this and this and still gets this done or whatever because like you're two different people. I just feel like it's just remind me like my brain is solely thinking of like fitness right now, like where there's like people who like where everybody's body is different when it comes to like food, exercise, everything. I'm no expert on nutrition or fitness, but I do know that everybody's very different, and you can't just like be like, well, my friend, she eats like a lot of junk food and doesn't work out and her body doesn't change at all. And then like you could be sitting there like, ooh, I eat healthy and work out and I'm still not seeing the results I want to see. So I should just give up. Like there's like all these
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And I'm like, ooh, maybe just if you don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself,
Mm.
sometimes you also shouldn't compare yourself to yourself. Um, if it's like not a healthy version of you.
I mean, it
Anyways.
is it that kind of reminds me of like just our conversation with Bailey and being that girl. Like, be that girl for your past self, you know. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
n- don't don't compare who you were. Like Sam, I like we've talked about this before. Like, we are not the same people we were 4 years ago. We're not the same people we were like even a year ago. So we can't be comparing ourselves in where we are now to where we were back then, because like some of our goals have changed, some of our beliefs have changed, some of our values have changed, you know. And but we can still be that girl to our younger selves. We can still be
Mm-hmm.
the person that we always wanted to be. We can still be like the best version of ourselves. Um, and actually, like what you were talking about just a minute ago, shoot, I forgot exactly what it was, but like, um, no, you said, oh my gosh, why can I not remember? It was literally like 2 minutes ago. But like, if you don't make a habit out of it, like, no, of course, like, not saying like, oh yeah, do Molly just this one time if you don't make a habit out of it, but like, you know, just like smaller things. Like, for example, like what came to mind for me was us going to the Ban Camino, and
Right.
like we basically had it decided all week. We just didn't buy the freaking tickets, so we had to buy the tickets day of, and we spent $50 on tickets, and then we also spent money on gas, and we did that, and like that made us happy. Like that made me very, very happy. And
Made me very happy
honestly,
too.
I would venture to say that it did benefit me and my future self, because I have that memory. I have like that memory of like the road trip with Sam. I have the memory of like the concert with Sam. I have the memory of like that weekend at home and just like having like a great day, a great night, a great weekend, and then going back to Pullman. But like it's, I don't know, like that's just one of those things. It's like not everything you do has to solely benefit for your future, but also not everything you have to do has to solely make you happy in that moment.
Right. It was making me think of like it's so funny because like I'm having a hard time like applying these things to like real examples from my life, and I'm solely just thinking of like, you know, like yeah, maybe okay, I'm thinking about like those people who do 75 hard.
Oh,
Um no, I could never. Anyways, I'm thinking
Sam,
about like
let's
when
do
people
it
do
in 10
75
years.
hard. Yeah. We could do 75 soft. Like we could alter it. I don't know. I'm just thinking about like how I watched someone who was doing 75 hard and she ended up quitting or like restarting like pretty in like the beginning. Like she restarted because she missed a day or whatever.
Mm.
But like she felt like she had to like explain herself so much of like why she had to skip the day and why she started over and whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like making her think so like poorly of herself that she is like having to justify the fact that like the things you do for 75 hard. I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl, like, I'm like, what if like you were like literally just like sick? I don't know. Like I know you're like doing it to like benefit your health and your mental health and whatever, but also like we don't need to like put those like expectations up and like have to explain to other people why we like needed to rest. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting to me. I could never do it. I think people who do it are pretty cool.
Hey, don't
Also,
put that on yourself saying you could never do it.
right, maybe I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam. Maybe you could. I mean, personally, like for me, not I'm not talking about you. Like I don't, I'm trying to envision a future where I could, and like I think that would be like I think that'd be so rad if I could do that. But like as of right now, I don't think I could. But hey, never say never, like Justin Bieber once said, and Jane Smith.
Right.
Never say never.
Yeah, I definitely just think like everybody has a different balance. Everyone has different routines. Everyone has different lives. You just gotta like try things out, see what works for you, adopt things into like your routine, even if you don't have a routine. I'm so bad at routines. Like I don't have a daily, like a morning routine, night routine, whatever. I'm like honestly, I kind of avoid routine. Also, like why I don't use a planner. Um,
I know I'm so
I
bad at
just
using my
I
planner.
just free live. I'm free living all the time. That's pretty much like that's the only way I can explain it. But I don't know. I would like to personally find ways to like do these things, implement them into my life, but also not put myself in a box so much to where like I will get upset when I don't do them or feel like I need to justify why I'm not doing these things. Like I think it's also good to like understand like, oh, I skipped doing this or oh, I didn't do a type of body self-care today.
Mm-hmm.
I can just be like, oh, body wanted to rest, like, you know, and not just be like, oh man, now I need to do more tomorrow. Like, you know.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
I think it's important to also make self-care like not a priority. Like that's not what it is.
like it doesn't need to feel like a
Like not like a
chore.
yeah, like not like you're obligated to do these things because then it's not self-care. It's just a checklist. And I don't know. I mean, for me, I love checking things off my checklist. Like I feel like that's a mental mind self-care. Is
A
checking
to-do
things off.
list.
I love that.
Absolutely.
But like at the end of the day, self care is to make you feel better and to make you feel rested and rejuvenated and just like refreshed. It's not something that's supposed to stress you out. And so if it's stressing you out, you need to reevaluate, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. Like that's why I feel like it's good to like understand. So like what we did on like our doc, just to like help us, you know, spark conversation. Like we each wrote down like for each category, like mind, body, soul. We each wrote down like multiple things we do for that type of self care. And I think like that's a good place to start is to like even just like in the notes on your phone or just like in your cranium, like think about it. Or like just go on Pinterest and look at like graphics and things because like well I might do the not do or not want to do the things on these graphics that other people make. It'll like help inspire you to at least hear other people talk about what they do and then you'll start thinking about what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, make a list or a note or a mental note and like come up with like multiple things you want to do for each thing because like maybe you like I don't want to maybe I don't want to listen to a podcast every single day,
Yeah.
but I want to like listen to it while I do like specifically when I do these things like when I clean, when I'm at work, whatever. But like maybe like this one day I wake up and I'm like I don't want to listen to a podcast today. Okay, well then like there's other things I can do for my mind, my mental. Like I could like sit down and try to like write poems. I could read my book I really want to read or I could watch booktube videos. Like I could do all those things instead. You know, you're not confined to one thing. And but also like you don't have to do any of those things either. You could try something new. You could I don't know, not do anything.
Yeah. And I think it's also like good because like I'm seeing Sam's ideas. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Or like, oh, I kind of want to do that. But also like seeing him, I'm like, okay, I know what she likes to do for her self care. I know I see these things. I have a visual representation. So now I can check in on her. Like not necessarily like hold her accountable. Be like, did you self care today? Did you read a poem today? Did you take a full shower today? Like, are you listening to rain sounds? Like first of all, that's creepy. That's weird. And then second of all, like that makes it sound more like a checklist. And then I feel like that would stress her out. She'd be like, oh, what the heck is going on? But it's just a good way to check in and be like, oh, Sam, like, have you been writing any poetry lately? And she'll be like, actually, check out my Instagram. And or like, oh, what podcast are you listening to? Or like, what was that one episode that you were talking to me about? You know, and just like, I don't know. I think it's a good way to bond with people, and then also, you know, like put more meaning into your life, put more meaning into your conversations by knowing what other people are interested in and talking about it with them and like checking in on them.
Right. Yeah. No, it totally like serves a good purpose to be able to like check in on your friends, but also like to like I don't know, also give them like, ideas instead of like if I knew Issa was like really stressed or something, instead of me being like, have you tried doing this? Like something that I like to do. Like instead,
Mm-hmm.
like I know what she does or whatever. Like she'll be like, oh, I'm so tired or like and this and I'm like maybe like can you take a nap? Like, I don't take naps, but I know Issa likes to take
I
naps.
love naps.
Or like, like little things like that. Like, what else? Like being like, oh, maybe we should both try to go to bed early. Like, just like
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Or, I don't know, being like,
Or
oh,
like,
just
hey
change into
Sam,
some comfy
let's go to Red
clothes and
Star.
right, let's go to Red
Uh,
Star. But like we both aren't like skipping class or anything. Like, you know. Um or like, I could be like, like if like you're not feeling very good, like throw on like comfy clothes, go on a drive, go to like Gasworks Park. You wrote that down.
mm-hmm.
Like
I
go do
love me
that.
some
Like
Gasworks.
listen to worship music in the car on your way there. Like do these things, and like maybe like by the time you get home, you'll be feeling like a lot more refreshed.
Yeah, I can
Like
speak
I
from
could offer
experience. I
those
do feel
things.
refreshed after all that. But yeah, I think it's just like the simple things. It's like, because I was trying so hard. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have like really good things, like my mind, mental, body, physical, soul, emotional. I was like, I need to have really good things so that I have something to talk about. But it's really just the small things. Like Gasworks Park at night is like one of my top like 3 favorite places ever. Like it's just so soothing, so calming, and like it just makes me feel so good and just like so refreshed and like just complete. Like it's just so nice. And it's just the simple things. And I don't know how to like say it any more than that. Like it's just the simple things in life that I feel like are like just so underrated and maybe not underrated, but it's just the small things, the simple things that you might not necessarily think about are self-care, but they really are. And like they like for me at least do the most, like more than like the big things like, oh, self-care, like let me go to Mexico and feel self-care. It's like I could feel real good self-care right at Gasworks.
Right. And it's also like you said, it's the little things. Like it could literally be like you're reading your comfort book, watching your comfort movie, eating your comfort food, listening to your comfort playlist. Like for me, I could throw on Taylor Swift Complete Collection.
Mm.
Or I could watch the Hannah Montana movie, conveniently
Mm.
also has a Taylor Swift cameo. Or I could eat pizza rolls. I did that last night. Um, and because I feel like sometimes like we get so caught up in like self care kind of being similar to like the whole that girl thing, where like some of these graphics say like, oh, eat healthy and do this. Well, maybe self care isn't gonna be eating healthy, and maybe it's you're gonna eat your comfort food. You're gonna like let yourself like do that, even though like in your brain you might be telling yourself like that's not healthy, but like you know it's your comfort food. Maybe that's what you need in that moment. Um, but it could be all those like simple things that like bring you that little joy, give you what you need, boost your mental. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't even know what I was doing. Um
Thinking about your comfort movies.
Actually, I was thinking about how I really want a smoothie. And so I think I'm going to
Oh,
make a
that would be
smoothie.
so good. Oh.
Yeah. That'll be my self-care on top of this
Mm.
actually. Like before we start recording, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Sam." I literally said these words. I was like, "I feel like a brick wall." And she said, "Oh no, not again." And like I feel so much better now, and just like being able to like talk out my thoughts, or I honestly did not know I had as many thoughts about self-care as I apparently do. um but I feel so good right now, and I feel like I could have a smoothie. I really want a smoothie now. I've actually kind of wanted a smoothie all day. My sister had a smoothie, but I didn't get one. But I'm gonna get one now, or make one, not get one. Sorry.
Mm.
Anyways, unrelated, but self-care.
Yeah, no, honestly, good talks. And like you said, like I like reading your stuff because as I was like writing mine, I was like, I wonder what Issa's gonna say. Or like I'd like write some stuff and be like, I feel like Issa would also say this, and like we're just gonna say all the same things. Um, but it's just like good to see those things, and also, yes, like if you make a list, also maybe like do it with a friend and ask them for their list and share a little note on your phone or something, so you always know like what you could recommend or like
Yeah.
how you could help your friend or whatnot.
And send at likewise_pod Or just our personal Instagrams. I don't care. Anything works.
Oh, yes.
Send us your lists. We want to know. We want to check in. We want to be friends with you.
I would love to see what you do because maybe it would inspire me to do something now.
Yeah, no. I need all the inspo I can get. Please help me. I mean, and like, as always, you know, one of our favorite self-care things is music, obviously. And so I was looking at your song of the week this week. I was like, freaking heck. Just gonna address the elephant in the room. Future Shine by Floor, no skips. Like, literally, it's so good.
Absolutely no skips. Literally, when it came out, I was in a very terrible Starbucks drive-through line, and I just put it on, and I listened to like the whole thing from like the time I got there to the time I got home, which is pretty crazy.
It's so good. It's so good.
We've been waiting, and I didn't really have expectations.
Lived up.
But it exceeded them.
Yeah, no, literally. So Sam, what's your songs of the week?
Okay, my song of the week is Come Over Now by Floor, obviously from Future Shine, because I've just had that one on repeat, but also I put that one down, and then I was like looking at the album, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the song right after it, Conditional.
Literally, I love Conditional.
Literally had me screaming. Like, I was sitting and I was just like, I don't think I can recover from this. Like, Zach's vocals are just so angelic on that song. Well, like, they go back and forth from being so like angelic and airy, and then being like, I don't know, like it's a little spicy. The song, like, it's a little, Anyways, it's so good.
Thank you, Zach. Good. Listen to it all. Surprise, surprise. My song of the week is also from Future Shine, and it's actually the first track, 24. Like, it's just so good. I'm obsessed. And also shout out to Take It Back Home, because I love it. I had a hard time choosing between the two, so that's why I also made shout out. Also, sorry, I keep saying also. It's like a really bad habit. I say also all the time in all my texts and all my snaps and all my talkings, everything. It's really bad. I need to find like a synonym for also. Anyways, every single time I listen to Skate, like ever since I first heard it, I always think of them as like roller skates, not like a skateboard or anything. Like, and you know how like on Spotify it has like the little reel thingy, almost canvas, whatever it's called, thing on Spotify. Yeah, they're like skateboarding, but I think of it as roller skates, which I don't know. In my opinion, roller skates fit them better than a skateboard, but whatever.
I kind of agree. I feel like it has a roller skate vibe as
Amazing.
Well. And then also, like, 24, great opening track selection.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Okay, I know I've talked about this before, but like when we were listening to like the whole set list, well, not even the whole set list, because they only had 5 Floor songs on the set list, and they played like 10 or 12 songs at the show, whatever. But when we were listening to the set list on the way to the concert, I was like, oh yeah, Floor's good. That's like, they're fine. I don't know if I'll listen to them. But then at the show, I was like, oh, they're so good, and now I'm freaking obsessed. They're just like one of those bands, like once you see them live, like new appreciation. Thank you, Sam.
And yeah, I really hope that I'll be home to go to their show in Seattle in October, or at least magically be in whatever city they're in at other points to go, because I love them.
I'm so excited for you to find out your schedule.
I also would really love to go to Austin City Limits. That's really random, and I know we've been talking for so long, but like the headliners are so good. Like Paramore, Lil Nas, SZA, Casey Musgraves. Oh my! And literally like the entire lineup is so good. Like a lot of like smaller artists I listen to, like Maud Latour. There's so many.
Okay, Sam, buy your cowboy boots and then we'll go.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This was like surprisingly, well, for me surprisingly, I feel like every episode I'm like, wow, I surprisingly like that one. Well, like that was a good conversation. I should just kind of expect to have good conversations with you every time. But I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Not gonna lie. I was like, that'll be a good way or a good thing for us to talk about, especially after like burnout and like, oh my gosh, why can I not talk? And after like finishing finals and stuff. But I was like, I'm not really gonna have anything to contribute, and then here I am talking for like more than half the time.
No, I agree. Like when I was like, even earlier when I was like making my notes, like when I first put the idea on the doc and we like first talked about it, I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. There's so much content here. And then I was like making my notes earlier and I was like, wow, actually, like, are we going to talk about this for more than like 20 minutes? I don't think so. And so then like earlier, like when we were first recording still, like, and we were at like 15 minutes and we still hadn't started talking about the topic, I was like, perfect, good. Even if we only talk for 20 minutes, it's still a whole episode. And then we just kept talking and it was way more than I expected I could talk about. So yeah, I feel good. It was a great combo.
Great self-care. I'm a fan. But yeah, I think that's all from us this week, unless you have any last minute thoughts, Sam.
Um,
It's okay if
not
you don't.
really.
Okay.
You could say that you're self-caring right now if you're listening to our podcast.
Yeah, it's cash. Listening to Likewise is self-care. We know. But yeah, just make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and if you can rate and review on other platforms, do that too, I guess. Could be fun. So that more people can find us, self-care with yourself and with your friend, with yourself. That's stupid. Tell your friends about us, so then y'all can like self-care together. Could be fun. And then follow the pod on whatever streaming platform you use. Make sure you're listening as soon as an episode comes out. 9 a.m. PDT Thursdays. Yum. So fun. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm having a stroke. Like all these things are happening, and I'm saying these things I don't usually say. This is really awkward. But yeah. Also make sure to follow us on Instagram. Could be fun. It's looking so much better.
It's looking cute.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Me too.
But Sam, thank you so much for like introducing the topic and like actually putting it together and making the episode so good this week. It was always so good, so fun talking with you, and I just hope you have a really great rest of your day.
Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you all.
Bye.
Bye.